and district Latur. Today we are going to enjoy a very interesting story, a moral story of fifth standard, and it is very interesting, and also it gives very good moral, a good lesson for us. So it is about a workman who was old, but still he wanted to work very hard for his country, for his um, king. So this is the story of that workman. Let's enjoy the story, and we will start with the pictures. I will show you some pictures on your screen, and you're going to guess the word for that picture. Let's start. So the learning outcome of this lesson is understand the details of a story. Okay. Just look at your screen and try to guess which word, a perfect word you will use for this picture. Very good, plumber, carpenter, good, mason, very good, very good. So let's look at the answer, workman, very good. Now let's move to the next picture. This is a bit easy for you, no? Yes, observe the picture and guess the perfect word for this picture. Raja, king, very good. Let's move to the next picture. What is this? Try to guess the word. Stones, very good. Now let's move to the next word, next picture. It's a heap of something, and it is called as hmm, timber. Repeat after me. This might be a new word for you. Timber. Good. What is this? Have you seen some such type of pictures or real sculpture? Yes, in our Maharashtra, such type of sculpture is present at Verul and Ajanta Leni, right? So caves. So these are the figures and design that are on stone. They are carved on stone. Very good. Now next, uh, what the man is doing? He is carving. So carve. Repeat after me. Carve. Let's move to the next picture. Hmm. What is this? These are clothes. Very good. And from which store you can purchase the clothes? Try to guess. If you have made recently, if you have been to market, just try to guess the name of the shop where you can purchase the clothes. Hmm? Ready-made, menswear, very good. Like this? Garments. Good. Garments. Repeat after me. Garments. Very good. The already word is given in the picture. The boy is in trouble. Look at the expression of that boy. The boy is in trouble. So the next word is trouble. Trouble. Now we are going to listen the story. He knows the workman. Okay, let's start with the story. Now your job is to listen this story carefully. And if you find some words difficult, you can ask me, I will describe that word. At the time of King Ashoka, do you know who was this King Ashoka? He was a brave warrior of dynasty Kalinga, and he fought a number of wars, and actually he had seen a slaughter of soldiers, and he got actually tired of this slaughter, and then he turned into he accepted Buddhism and a way of non-violence. So he is very famous and brave king in our Indian history. So at the time of King Ashoka, a new temple was being built in the capital city. What mean by capital city? What is the capital of Maharashtra? Very good, Mumbai. And what is the capital of our India? Delhi. Very good. So in the same way, at that time, in that capital city, the King Ashoka started a new temple, to build a new temple, and all the people in the capital helped to build the temple. So everyone started helping the building the temple, all the people from the capital. So what happened next? They tried their best to make it strong and beautiful. They wanted very beautiful and strong temple. For that reason, every person in the capital city tried to help to build a temple. So rich people gave their money. Look, rich people have money, so they gave their money. Workmen put in their best work. We learned this word, workman, right? Workman means self-employed, skillful labor, right? So workmen put in their best work. Other help to prepare the stones and cut the timber. So we have learned both the word stone and timber, right? So you will understand the meaning. Workmen put in their best work, and other helps to prepare the stones and cut the timber. Very good. Now next, everyone helped to build the great temple. So everyone was busy to build the great temple. One day what happened? One day an old man came to offer his help. Just try to frame the image of old man in your mind. He was Jai Kishan. His name was Jai Kishan, and he was stone carver. We learned the word carve, right? So who is carver then? What is the job of carver? To carve different designs on the stone or on the wood. Okay, any hard material. On any hard material, if someone is perfect to carve different designs and figures, so the profession is called as carver. So Jai Kishan was carver. He carved beautiful figures and design in stone. Now he was old, and his hands shook a little. Shook a little means what? It is a past tense of shake. Very good. And shake means, you know very well one word, right? I will tell that word. Vibrate. We use it. We use this word at home. Your mobile is vibrating, right? So vibrate mode. So when someone turns old, the body lose bit control over the different organs. So that's why the old person, the body of old person shook. So in the same way, his hands shook a little. Look, he is carver and his hands are very important to carve the figures and designs. But his hand shook a little, yet he was a good workman. He took great care of his work. He always very careful about to help to build the great temple or not. Let's move to the next. Jai Kishan was told to carve the figure of Devaduta in a corner. Look, as everyone observed that he was old and his hand shook. So the person who is responsible, he allotted a corner work to him. That means if it becomes ugly, it's okay. If it is in corner, no one will see it. So that's why he got allotted a corner work to carve the figure of a Devduta in a corner. This corner of the temple was nearly always dark. So this corner is always in dark. So no one can see clearly. So that's why the responsible person allotted the work of carving Devduta in that particular dark place. Here, no one would ever see the Devduta very clearly. So the people would only see the face of Devduta clearly. Such a dark place allotted to the Jai Kishan to carve the design, the Devduta. So what happened next? Jai Kishan made of Devduta with a beautiful face, But this is not enough. Who said that? Jai Kishan. Only face, beautiful face, this is not enough. I am very honest to my work. He said he went on carving. He carved the entire Devduta carefully. So he carved a whole idol of Devduta very carefully and very keenly. So he carved the entire Devduta carefully. He carved very well. The garments of the Devduta were carved in stones. Look, the clothes, we learned this word, no? So garments also he carved in stone. But he carved these garments very carefully. But they look very thin and soft, just like real garments. So he was the real workman. He was the real carver. So he carved whole idol of that Devduta very carefully and honestly. And that's why he carved the garments, real feel garments, thin and soft in a stone. Right? Let's see what happened next. One day a man came to that corner. When the Jai Kishan was carving the Devduta, one person came over there and he saw Jai Kishan carving the Devduta. He saw how beautiful the carving looked. He saw very beautiful carving done by the Jai Kishan. He saw how careful and lovingly Jai Kishan worked. Look, he observed that Jai Kishan worked very lovingly and carefully. The man smiled and he asked Jai Kishan, "Why do you take such a trouble with the garments?" What do you think? Why he should have asked such type of question? Because the corner was in dark and no one can see the garments and the body of that Devduta. Only someone can see the face. So he could have only carved only face carefully and he could left that other part of the idol as it is, or without careful, or just for the sake of work. But he knows that no one is going to see that idol in that corner which is in the dark. Still, he worked carefully. So that's why the person asked the question, why do you take such trouble with the garments? No one will see your work in this dark corner. No one will know who did it. Means no one will just see the work and no one will understand who did this idol, who carved this idol of Devduta. So the answer is very important. Friends, listen carefully. The answer is very important. Answer by Jai Kishan. That may be, said old Jai Kishan, but God can see my work. Look what Jai Kishan is saying. God can see my work even in this dark corner, and He knows the workman too. Means God can see who is working on this carving, who is the workman, and also how it looks. Means it is very beautiful, soft and thin, with the soft and thin carved garments on stone. So who can see? God. So this answer is very beautiful, and we can take moral of life with the help of this answer only. So this is very interesting, and this was the story, very interesting and very beautiful story. So what I will do, I will read it once again. Listen carefully, and then what we are going to do, I will show you few sentences, and you will rearrange all the sentences in proper sequence of the story. Okay, let's listen the story. Now this time I will read it very fast. Okay. At the time of King Ashoka, a new temple was being built in the capital city. All the people in the capital helped to build the temple. They tried their best to make it strong and beautiful. Rich people gave their money. Workmen put in their best work. Others helped to prepare the stones and cut the timber. Everyone helped to build the great temple. One day, an old man came to offer his help. He was Jai Kishan, the stone carver. He carved beautiful figures and designs in stone. Now he was old and his hands shook a little, yet he was a good workman. He took great care with his work. Jai Kishan was told to carve the figure of a Devduta in a corner. This corner of the temple was nearly always dark. Here no one would ever see the Devduta very clearly. People would only see the face of the Devduta clearly. Jai Kishan made a Devduta with a beautiful face, but this is not enough. Who said? He said. Jai Kishan said, but this is not enough. He went on carving. He carved the entire Devduta carefully. He carved very well. The garments of the Devduta were carved in stone, but they look thin and soft. One day a man came to that corner. He saw Jai Kishan carving the Devduta. He saw how beautiful the carving looked. He saw how carefully and lovingly Jai Kishan worked. The man smiled. He asked Jai Kishan, why do you take such trouble with the garments? No one will see your work in this dark corner. No one will know who did it. That may be, said old Jai Kishan, but God can see my work even in this dark corner, and He knows the workman too. So this is all about story. Now let's move our next activity. Let's arrange the events in proper sequence. Look at the screen. I have just took only 5 sentences, and read all the sentences carefully and try to rearrange them in proper sequence. I will read all the sentences. Listen carefully and try to rearrange them in a proper sequence according to the story that we heard right now. Okay. One day an old man came to offer his help. He carved the entire Devduta carefully. A new temple was being built in the capital city. Jai Kishan was told to carve the figure of Devduta in a corner, and all the people in the capital helped to build the temple. So these are 5 sentences, and I'll give you 5 minutes to rearrange all the sentences in a proper sequence according to the story. Okay, let's try to rearrange the story. आपल्याला स्टोरीनुसार हे वाक्य व्यवस्थित लावायचे, म्हणजे जशी जशी स्टोरी आहे तसे हे वाक्य व्यवस्थित लाईनशीर लावायचे आहेत. चलो, let's look at the answer. So what will be the first sentence? Yes, a new temple was being built in the capital city. Right. Next, what happened next? All the people in the capital helped build the temple. Very good. Next, one day an old man came to offer his help. Jai Kishan was told to carve the figure of Devduta in a corner. And the last, he carved the entire Devduta carefully. So this is all about story. Hope you have enjoyed the story. Did you? Yes. So what is the moral of this story? What is your finding of this story? So the finding is, whatever work is allotted to us, we should work hard and carefully, with wholeheartedly. So that is the moral of this story. So surely you have enjoyed the story, and I think this is the last session of this academic year, and definitely we will meet in next academic year. Thank you. Hello friends. हरसोळा स्कूल, प्लीज अनम्यूट युअरसेल्फ. तुमचा माईक चालू करा, आणि तुमच्यापैकी किती जणांना ते इव्हेंट्स लिहिता आले प्रॉपर सिक्वेन्सनी सांगा बरं. दिग्रजवाडी ह्या शाळेतल्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी सांगा, किंवा हरसोळा. आपला जो माईक आहे ना तो चालू करा, आणि किती जणांना स्टोरीचे ते इव्हेंट रिअरेंज करता आले सांगा बरं. हा चला, ते हात वर केलेल्या मुलांनी सांगा. तुमचा माईक जो आहे ना तो चालू करा आणि सांगा. माईक चालू होत नाही बहुतेक. चलो, सी यू सून. थँक यू. बाय बाय. चालू झाला का? हा, दापोळी. हा बोल बाळा, चालू कर, तुझा माईक चालू कर. प्रश्न समजला नाही. ते जे वाक्य होते की नाही सर, ते वाक्य दाखवता येतील का? एकच मिनिट. हे बघ, हे वाक्य जे होते ना, आपण आता जी स्टोरी ऐकली की नाही, स्टोरी ऐकली का आपण? तू ऐकली ना स्टोरी पूर्ण?
हो.
हा, मग त्या स्टोरी मधल्याच ह्या घटना आहेत. 5 वाक्य आहेत, बघ बरं स्क्रीनवर आहेत की नाही. तर ह्या प्रॉपर सिक्वेन्सने
हो.
लावायच्या होत्या. म्हणजे पहिली घटना कोणती घडली, दुसरी कोणती घडली, तिसरी कोणती घडली, ह्या पद्धतीने लावायचे होते. मी प्रश्न परत एकदा दाखवतो हा तुम्हाला. हे बघ, हे स्क्रीनवरची जी वाक्य आहेत ना, ही रॅन्डमली टाकलेली आहेत मी पुढे मागे, म्हणजे जे घटना आहेत ना पुढे मागे केल्या, त्या तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित गोष्टीनुसार लावायच्या होत्या. आता आपण एकच उदाहरण बघूया. मला सांग, पहिलं वाक्य कोणतं असेल बघ बरं आपल्या गोष्टीप्रमाणे.
A new temple was being built in the capital city.
व्हेरी गुड, व्हेरी गुड. सगळ्यांनी क्लॅप गो करा बरं त्याच्यासाठी. ते पहिलं वाक्य आहे, कारण का सुरुवातीला टेम्पल आपल्याला घेतलं होतं आहे की नाही. टेम्पल बांधण्यासाठी चालू केलं होतं. कोणत्या राजाने केलं होतं बरं? कोणत्या राजाने सांग बरं?
देवदूता.
नाही 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 नाही. बघ नीट आठव. सुरुवात
जय किशन.
जय किशन नाही. राजा कोणता होता? किंग
अशोका.
हा, किंग अशोका. ज्याने कोणी उत्तर दिले ना त्याचं अभिनंदन. किंग अशोका होता आणि त्याच्या काळात ते मंदिर बांधायला घेतलं होतं. आणि मग ते सुरुवात आहे. मग दुसरं वाक्य, आता हे तुम्ही वाक्य पहा आणि तुम्ही सर्वजण सोडवा. हे आपण ज्या गोष्टीच्या प्रमाणे आहेत ना ही वाक्य लावायची आहेत. मग दुसरं वाक्य कोणतं होईल बघ बरं.
दीपक सर सांगा लवकर.
हा प्रयत्न कर, वाच तू स्क्रीनवरचे वाक्य वाच.
Jai Kishan was told to carve the finger of a Devduta in a corner.
अच्छा, छान प्रयत्न केलाय बरं का. पण बाळा बघ, आता अगोदर ना कॅपिटल ते मंदिर बांधायला सुरुवात केलं, त्याच्यानंतर आपण काय म्हटलं, सगळे मिळून त्यांना मदत करायला लागले ते मंदिर बांधण्यासाठी. ते वाक्य कुठं आहे बघ बर. ऑल द पीपल इन द
All the
कॅपिटल.
people.
हा, वाच वाच वाच.
All the people in the capital helped it to build the temple.
व्हेरी गुड. ऑल द पीपल इन द कॅपिटल हेल्प्ड टू बिल्ड द टेम्पल. हे दुसरं वाक्य आहे. बरोबर आहे की नाही. त्याच्यानंतर मग काय झालं असेल बघ बरं. कोण आला मदत करायला त्याच्यानंतर?
जय किशन.
वन डे अन ओल्ड मॅन. नाही नाही, वन डे अन ओल्ड मॅन केम टू ऑफर हिज हेल्प. आणि त्या ओल्ड मॅनचं नाव काय होतं? जय किशन. व्हेरी गुड.
जय किशन.
हा, मग त्याच्यानंतरचं काय वाक्य असेल? जय किशनला कोणतं काम सांगितलं?
जय किशन.
हा बरोबर आहे, वाच.
Jai
वाच
Kishan. Jai
वाच.
Kishan was told to carve the finger of a Devduta in a corner.
हा, जय किशन वॉज टोल्ड टू कार्व द फिगर ऑफ देवदूता इन अ कॉर्नर. आणि मग शेवटचं वाक्य काय असेल? मग त्याला काम दिलं, त्याने केलं. कोणत्या वाक्यात सांगितलं केलं त्याने म्हणून?
He covered the entire Devduta carefully.
व्हेरी गुड. ही कार्व द एंटायर देवदूता केअरफुली. सगळ्यांनी क्लॅप गो करायचे. तुझं नाव सांग बरं बाळा.
नैतिक अंधारे.
व्हेरी गुड नैतिक, खूप छान. चला, तर ह्या गोष्टी हे बघा, हा आहे करेक्ट सिक्वेन्स. जो नैतिकने आता सांगितला ना तो हा करेक्ट स्टोरीचा सिक्वेन्स आहे. चलो, hope you have enjoyed the story and see you soon in next academic year. Thank you.
बालभारती, महाराष्ट्राच्या घराघरात आणि मनामनात वसलेली ही संस्था इयत्ता 1ली ते 12वीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी 10 भाषेत पाठ्यपुस्तकं निर्माण करून त्याचं वितरण करण्याचं काम बालभारती करते. याच संस्थेमार्फत महाराष्ट्रातील शिक्षण तज्ज्ञ व अनुभवी शिक्षकांनी मराठी व इंग्रजी माध्यमातील इयत्ता 8वी ते 12वीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी विविध विषयांच्या वैशिष्ट्यपूर्ण आणि दर्जेदार स्वाध्याय पुस्तिकांची निर्मिती केली आहे. या स्वाध्याय पुस्तिका प्रचलित पाठ्यपुस्तकांवर आधारित आहेत. यामुळे विद्यार्थ्यांच्या स्वयं अध्ययनास चालना मिळते. लेखनाचा अधिकाधिक सराव करता येतो. यातील प्रश्न प्रकारांमध्ये वैविध्य आहे. या विषयांच्या दृढीकरणासाठी उपयुक्त ठरतात. यांमध्ये जिज्ञासावर्धक आणि विचारप्रवर्तक प्रश्नांचा समावेश आहे. पाठ्यांशावर आधारित परंतु पाठ्यपुस्तका पलीकडे नेणारे प्रश्न यात अंतर्भूत आहेत. वरील स्वाध्याय पुस्तिकांच्या किमती बाजारातील खाजगी प्रकाशनांच्या तुलनेत खूपच कमी आहेत. शाळा शैक्षणिक संस्थांनी नोंदणी केल्यास स्वाध्याय पुस्तिकांच्या खरेदीवर 20% सवलत उपलब्ध आहे. माध्यमिक आणि उच्च माध्यमिक शाळेतील प्राचार्य, मुख्याध्यापक आणि शिक्षक यांना आवाहन करण्यात येतं की बालभारतीने तयार केलेल्या स्वाध्याय पुस्तिकांचा वापर करण्याबाबत विद्यार्थी व पालकांना प्रोत्साहित करावं. अधिक माहितीसाठी मंडळाच्या वेबसाईटला भेट द्या किंवा विभागीय भांडार व्यवस्थापकांशी संपर्क साधा.